Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly, and today I'm going to sit down and kind of do a super chatty get ready with me. Lots to talk about, lots I didn't talk about that I wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about, but I did just sit down, put some makeup on, and just pretty much chat the entire time. So if this sounds like something you're excited to sit down and listen to kind of what I have to say for the day, go ahead, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll get right to the video. Okay, I do have my face wash, moisturized, sunscreen, and all that other good stuff all on the face, and we're ready to go for some makeup. I'm feeling very chatty today. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the newer spring time weather. I think Michigan's actually going to have spring. I don't know, but I'm having a friend over today for coffee date. We are going to sit on the porch and have coffee and just chat about Monday things, and I think I woke up in a chatty mood and I was like, I should turn the camera on. So here we are. I have the camera on and I'm super chatty. I've got so much on my mind. It's like everything's going a mile a minute. I've got a lot of ideas coming up for my channel. I've got a lot of just ideas for my house. We just moved a few months ago, I guess. It's been a while. But I still have one wall that's completely blank. It's like an entryway wall, and I don't know what to do there. I have a couple things like laid out near the wall there, and I don't know if I like them. I don't know if I want something new, and I don't know what I would do there. I've tried the Pinterest thing, and I've pinned a bunch of things, and it just, nothing seems to be right for that area. And so I still have a blank area in my house, and it's bumming me out because I see it obviously multiple times for the day because it's an entryway kind of. So I'm just chatty. Lots of things in my head. I don't know. I'm not going to really talk about many products, but I will have everything listed in the description box in case you're curious. I just really wanted to talk. Today's a talking day. I've already had a cup of coffee because that's how I roll. And then I'm having a friend over for coffee, so better film now because later it's gonna be interesting, to say the least. But I was going through my videos. Well, actually, I was going through my planner. Filling out for the month of May already, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've really got much out of my idea book because I have all these ideas. I like to keep doing them. The Thoughts on Thursday, I really have been enjoying making those videos. So I obviously want to continue to make those videos because I really do enjoy them, as well as Two Looks Tuesday. I love those videos. And I'm like, I really have way too many ideas going. So I do get suggestions from friends and viewers, subscribers on other platforms. So I've got so many ideas. It's kind of crazy. And it's slightly stressful to go through and plan for the next month because it's like, oh, I want to keep doing what I like doing. But at the same time, I do want to do some of these new videos. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy talk is what it is. But it's really good. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it or if even I've talked about it. But for me, sitting down in front of the camera and talking about makeup is kind of therapeutic. It's super weird, super strange. I love the entire process of making a YouTube video. I love the idea behind it. I love planning. I'm a planner girl, like the old school pen, paper, like gel pens, you know. I like to plan things. I like to have a planner. I've always had a paper planner, whether it's planning just appointments, doctor appointments and such, or if it's been I do food journaling quite a bit. I've been on a food health journey for a few years now, and I do like to log and journal how foods react to me. I've got quite the reaction to quite a bit out there. Also, don't know if I've ever mentioned, but I do eat mainly keto. It kind of where my allergies and issues with food lie. I say issues with food. I have a lot of, how do I say, like, digestive reaction to food. So that's what I mean, issues with food. I love food. I'm a foodie. But pretty much where that all falls, it's still pretty much keto. I have been keto for 2 years. 2 years I've been keto. And before that I ate pretty clean. Kind of on the verge of paleo, but not really, but I did a Whole30 a couple times, which really started learning about what did trigger my system. So, like I said, I've been a journaler for a few years, and mainly I started food journaling hardcore probably 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago I started. So, and I do keep them. I actually do reference them. I do go back to see what foods react and how long I've had that reaction. Some food, I have been able to heal my system through keto to where some foods aren't as harsh on my system, and I can indulge, not frequently, but periodically. One of those things would be like tree nuts. For a while I couldn't have any tree nut at all, and it just, it ripped me apart, we'll say that. From the entire digestive system, it was just not great. So now I can have a handful of pistachios or almonds or whatever I want as far as, you know, a snack, but I can't indulge in them. I can't have them too often, but I can at least have them and get some nutrients from the nuts, because I do like them. But anyways, yeah, I am a food journaler. I am a planner. I love the entire YouTube. That was food, planner, health journey. That was a lot of all over the place, wasn't it? Sorry. Hopefully this isn't going to be so confusing. People are just going to like click out of it, but all over the place kind of thoughts. But I really enjoy the YouTube. It's very therapeutic for me. As a stay-at-home mom, it kind of gives me some structure to my day. Not that I don't have structure, because obviously if you have kids, you have structure of something. Even if you're not trying to structure your days, you do have some structure, because especially, well, at all ages, you'll have something. I mean, it changes whether you have an infant or school-aged kid or teenager. Oh my gosh. I mean, she's barely into the teenage years, but, you know, she's kind of all over the place too. But I love the structure that YouTube gives me. I love the freedom and the creative outlet, and I absolutely love sitting down and talking about makeup. It's my thing. It's always been my thing, and I like sitting down with the camera and all of my YouTube friends. I like hanging out, chatting about makeup. I love trying new makeup. I don't know why. I think it's finding something new that works. And especially if I can find something new on a bargain. Or if it's something like, especially like a concealer. I try and I'm like, oh, this is close to what I've been wanting, but it's not there yet. And so I think finding That one product that is just like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've always wanted in whatever kind of product. It's the thrill of the hunt. I hunt makeup. That's how I hunt. I love finding bargains too. And tips and tricks. Because seriously, my eyebrows have just been so good lately. I think it's been a month. Yeah, it was last month for Makeup Pack Monday. I will link that video in the cards. Well, I will try to remember. If not, I do makeup packs towards the end of the month on a Monday. Makeup Pack Monday. And I did an eyebrow trick where I powdered my eyebrows before I go in, and I've screwed up less. They've been very relatable. Very, very relatable. Where usually they're not. And I've usually just accepted it. But this trick, it's crazy. I think this pencil's almost gone. I've also really been enjoying panning. I love watching people's panning videos, or even binge watching like their series if it's somebody new that I find. I love binge watching panning videos, series, and everything, and I was so panning curious towards the end of the year. Last year, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to do it, but I was somewhat on the nervous side, and I tried to get one of my friends to pan with me, and everybody's like, oh gosh, I don't think I could do it either, so I didn't. But then I decided to start YouTube kind of last minute, but at the beginning of the year kind of thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm going to try panning, and I did just 1 month, and it turned out fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. So I did pull some items to pan for the year. This is one of them. Because it is something I can use every day, and I do enjoy it, and I love using up a product. I feel like it's really rewarding because then I feel like I not just got my money's worth out of it, but did I really like it? Is it something I would repurchase? And there are quite a few things that I do repurchase that after I do use them up. So it's kind of nice. I feel like you really get a feel for that product. You know it's good when you repurchase. Mascaras, liners, those are easy to use up. I've only panned in my life one lipstick. It's a Milani. And I did repurchase that one. Foundations, concealers, those are pretty easy to pan. I'm trying to think if I've panned any powders and repurchased. I don't think I have. I have panned Too Faced bronzer before, but I didn't repurchase it. It's not that it was a bad bronzer, it's just it was a bronzer. It wasn't like, yes, go out and buy that one again. I was about it. I know. It is a favorite bronzer by so many, but it was very just meh for me. The one bronzer that I do really enjoy, and I'm actually am close to panning it without trying to pan it, is the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze-It. It is a luminous bronzer, but I love that. I use it a whole ton, and I've only recently gone back to kind of liking mattes. I've had a couple hits in the bronzer department, and they're both matte. Surprisingly, because I don't, like I said, I was on a luminous kick. I probably most of last year. Once I tried the L'Oreal Lumi, I couldn't stop using it. It's all I wanted to use. It's everything I kept reaching for. It was crazy. I like it. It's very different. Didn't think I was going to like it. I didn't realize, even though it said Lumi bronzer, I didn't realize it was a luminous bronzer when I bought it. I just seen giant bronzer, drugstore price, and I went, ooh, I want to try it. I like L'Oreal. And then when I swatch, it's one of those when you swatch it, you go, ooh, because it swatches, and it swatches very warm and very, very, very pigmented and very, very, very shimmery. I mean, it almost looks like it could be like a highlighter when you swatch it. But it doesn't, and it wears very, very beautiful on the skin. I fell in love, like, immediately. It was kind of crazy. This is going very fast. I'm super chatty. Lots of coffee already. And like I said, I've got my coffee shirt on. It says I love coffee. I'm having a coffee date on. Hanging out on the porch with my friend today. Coffee day. I love coffee days. They're probably a favorite. Something nice to get together with a friend and just sit, hang out over a glass of coffee or two. I like iced coffee. I know I've mentioned that before. I like iced coffee. There's something about it. I love iced coffee. And I didn't know what, some people, they either like it or they don't. It's not yeah, it's okay, but some people are like, no. And some people are like, that's so weird. I've got one friend that she can't do iced coffee, like, ever at all. And she's like, I don't understand. And then I sit there and I was like, I don't understand how you don't like it. And how you can only drink hot coffee, especially in the summer months. Like, that iced coffee, you still get the coffee, but then it's not warming you from the inside out. I live in Michigan. We only have, like, hot summer for, like, 2 weeks, and it's, like, mid-August. Everything else is pretty, I'd say, like, a mild to everybody else's crazy winter. Yeah. Some people get a crazy, crazy warm winter or summer. My friend is down in Maryland, and they're already humid and hot and sweaty, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still wearing a sweatshirt. Is one thing I really do love about having all seasons is that we just kind of ease right into, like, the next season. Usually. Sometimes, like, overnight it's like, oh, well, we're just gonna skip fall and go to winter. But not always. Sometimes we get a nice ease into the cold. And then, like, this past winter, granted, I think it was still technically winter, but, like, my body was ready for spring. It was, like, about that time we were gonna thaw out, typically, and then we got ice storms and a foot of snow in between ice storms, and it was just super crazy, and my body went, holy crap, what are you doing? I was ready for spring, and then it threw winter back at us, which, don't get me wrong, I do like the snow, but not that late. I was ready. My flowers had started coming up, and things started to turn green again, and I really do think spring is one of my favorite times, because we have, you know, this long period of gloom, and, you know, everything's like a gray cast because of the snow, and then it starts to thaw, and then the green, and the trees, and the birds start chirping, and the frogs, I mean, they're a good sign of spring, but they get loud. I live in the country with lots of frogs, lots of woods. that breed frogs. Actually, I think they're toads. I don't like them. I don't know why, but or how or what made me. That's one thing I don't like. Snakes. I'm not a fan of snakes. They don't freak me out. We just get the little gardener snakes where I'm at. Spiders don't freak me out. I mean, unless they like drop in front of my face. I mean, if a spider drops in front of anybody's face, I think it's like, you know, oh my gosh. But typically, if I see a spider, I'm like, ah, crap. Yeah, we get a lot of, I think they're a wolf spider. They're very fast. Like, you see them, and then they're very big. The last one, I mean, it was like $half size with its like legs all spread out and stuff. It's really big, and they're quick. Like, they freeze, and then they go really fast. I don't know. I don't know what kind of spider they are, but we have them often where I'm at. But those don't bother me. But then the toads, and then I've got kids, and so of course my kids are always like picking them up. I'm like, look, Mom, toad. I'm like, ugh, get away from me. Nope. Toads? No, I don't do toads. Don't do toads at all, and all of my kids love playing with the toads, especially like in the next month here when the baby toads are going to be hopping through the yard and everything, and they're going to be everywhere, and then we're going to collect them and put them in our tricycle trunk and freak Mom out. There's like a good 2 months of little baby frogs everywhere, and it's like my kids know I don't like the toads, so we chase after Mom with our toads. Oh, my kids, it's all in fun, yes, but oh, I can't wait until the baby toads are gone, because then they can't hide them in their fist, and I don't know that they're coming at me, you know, then they have to hold them, and I see this toad coming at me, and I can kind of get a head start. Get away from the toads. Yep, never ever have been a fan of the toads. The frogs, definitely not. Not. Is there anything you're like animal that you're like, no? Especially like as a mom, you get bugs and toads and the worms kind of shared with you. I mean, I do. Like I said, we live out in the country, so my kids are always picking things up and making animal friends with, you know, the smaller things, like toads. Worms, I'm okay with as long as I don't have to touch them, but they also don't jump at me. So worms, I'm not intimidated by. And like I said, the little gardener snakes, they're not very intimidating to me. I don't see them very often. Oh, we do have lizards sometimes. I don't know what kind of lizards, but like once in a while we see lizards. And I'm the one that's trying to catch those. I don't know the difference between a lizard and they're just the little guys. What's the difference between a lizard and a frog? They're kind of like, they're both amphibians, right? No. Right? I don't know. I'm so bad. But I'm okay with lizards. I'm okay with turtles. We have snapping turtles everywhere. But again, we know not to go by the turtles. When they're turtles, they're slow. But the frogs, they get me. Not afraid of other things. I think they're related, right? Oh my gosh, I feel so silly and uneducated, but I don't know. The lizards don't bother me. The spiders don't bother me either. Snakes. But then those dang frogs, toads, ugh. But then I always like hearing them in the spring because it is a sign of spring. I do have a pair of mallard ducks. I had been seeing this one duck swimming in the standing water in the woods, and I was like, that is a duck. I've been seeing the male for quite some time, and this morning I saw the female, and I was super excited. I was like, oh, cool. Super, super excited because maybe they're gonna have a nest nearby, and then maybe we'll see like baby ducks. I don't know. I love seeing the baby animals. Like, they're just probably one of my favorite parts of nature. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some mascara on really quick, and I'll be right back. This is the finished look that I did come up with. This is kind of my everyday kind of go-to look. I am trying out the new lip, the Balm Creamy Lip Stain. I got this in my Ipsy this month. I'm just getting around to trying it out, but very simple, very easy kind of makeup look for the day. Thank you for sitting down and kind of chatting with me or listening to me chat. There's still a lot that I could chat about that I kind of feel like this video went really, really fast, even though it's a half-hour long. Still a lot of things I could chat about, but I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope you're subscribed. Definitely give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!